Welcome back, everyone. I know, the past few weeks we've been talking about brand personality and how important it is to have one and to know what yours is. And so this conversation is going to kind of be in that same vein because the whole perk of having a personality is that we don't do business with businesses. We do business with people. Think about the times that you've went to a conference or purchased a course or you tune into somebody's podcast. Why is that? Because they're saying something so revolutionary that no one else has ever said or thought of. Probably not. It's probably because you like that person. So in this spirit, since it is summertime and it's also 4th of July here as I'm recording this, we're going to do something a little different. It's episode 25, which is kind of a mini milestone, and I thought it was about time you got to know me better.
Welcome to the Higher Purpose Marketing Strategy Podcast. If you're frustrated by marketing and want to stand out from your competition, this is the show for you. Every week, we're discussing how to build a plan that attracts your best customers and aligns with your values. I'm your host, Ashley Conway, follower of Jesus, CEO of BeWeird Marketing, marketing coach, and copywriter. I promise to defeat the ick, yuck, and struggle bus feelings you may have about marketing with a few good stories and proven advice. So let's have fun and get to work.
So since this is such a special topic, I have my first special guest on the podcast, my oldest daughter. Let's go ahead and introduce you. Who are you?
Francesca.
And how old are you?
10 years old.
So what grade are you going into in a couple months?
I am going into 5th grade.
And since this is a show about business, what do you want to be when you grow up?
When I grow up, I want to be an art therapist.
An art therapist. There's been lots of options like baker, artist. There was teacher was an option at one point. So lots of different ideas, right? You're 10. You don't have to know. You can change it tomorrow. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into some of the questions. Francesca is going to be asking me the questions as we go through, and I will do my best to give you a good answer. Go ahead.
Mom, what's your go-to guilty pleasure snack?
100%, that's going to be Reese's. Now, not like the regular cups, but the seasonal ones. So like the pumpkins, the trees. I've seen footballs, the hearts, the eggs at Easter time. So I'm in a season of drought between Easter and Halloween before they come out with the Halloween, and it is sad. Okay.
2, what's the worst haircut you've ever had?
That's probably the one that my husband, your dad, calls the duck butt. When we first met, when we were dating, I had a haircut that was pretty short, and in the back, it kind of feathered up. And he says it looks like a duck's butt. Francesca, you can say whatever you want.
What on earth?
Okay, what you got for me next?
Number 3, if you could only drink one thing forever, what would it be?
Coke Zero. But I need it to have like the nutritional benefits of water. But still, Coke Zero is like nectar of the gods. I will never do diet soda again.
4, what superhero power would you pick?
Let's say flying, just because it would be so nice for travel to not, because we have family that are across the country and I would like to travel, go back to Europe again. It would be so nice not to have to fool with a plane or any of that. And just when I'm ready, let's take off and fly to wherever I want to go.
5, what was your favorite childhood cartoon?
She-Ra, Princess of Power. All of my 80s friends will know exactly what I'm talking about, right? And she's coming out again as a Barbie, so it's back.
6, what song makes you dance whenever you hear it?
Oh my gosh, this is a hard one. Probably, we did have, so my husband and I had a season of going to lots of Zumba classes. So anytime some of those songs come back on, it makes me want to dance again. I'm trying to think. There were like a few by Usher. All the popular songs in like that early 2000s We know like Hit the Lights. I mean, all of these, pop songs kind of thing. We need the dances too. So it comes back. It's like muscle memory.
Number 7, what breakfast food could you eat every day?
Eggs. I do eat eggs pretty much every day. And I'm not sad about it. And don't come at me with cholesterol comments. I don't believe it.
Number 8, if you could live in any TV show world, which would you choose?
It's going to be one of the TGIF shows. Do you all remember that? Like when it was 80s, 90s, that every Friday they would have like 4 really family friendly, I can't remember if it was ABC maybe, like family friendly shows. And it was something, my family always watched. Like it was maybe Growing Pains. What was the one with Urkel in it? I can't even remember. But I'm thinking Full House because that was just a sweet house to live in.
Number 9, which emoji do you use the most?
I like the laughter emoji and I like the emoji. There are several. The emoji sticking out its tongue at people and the crazy emoji that like the eyes are in different spots. And because there are some days that are crazy and that's the only one that fits.
Number 10, if you had to wear one color forever, what would it be?
Let's say like a jade teal kind of color. I like bright colors and everyone who knows me, who sees me frequently knows this.
Number 11, if you opened a restaurant, what would you serve?
Oh my gosh, this is hard. Would it be a dessert restaurant? Would it be or okay, here's an idea. What if it was like Mr. Gatti's, if you have one of these in your area, where it's like all of these pizzas, but it's not just regular pizza, it's like dessert pizza. So I would do it like that, but it would be like brick fired or brick oven, wood fired pizza. So extra good, like extra high quality. And it would be all of these crazy different kinds of pizzas, like taco pizza and Greek pizza and breakfast pizza and still dessert pizza. And that would be super exciting.
Number 12, what is your favorite book when you were 10?
It's going to either be Nancy Drew or Babysitter's Club because I went at those series very hard.
Number 13, what's the one chore you actually didn't mind doing?
I don't mind doing laundry because I will take it to my room and watch part of a show while I do it. And I don't mind dishes. I don't know why. It's fine. Dishes are fine.
Number 14, what's your all-time favorite holiday and why?
Birthday, 100%, because I take the day off and the girls are usually in school and I do whatever I want. So if I want to go to breakfast or I want to grab my own breakfast and then I go book shopping, I do literally whatever I want all day. And it's fantastic. I don't check my email at all. I just do the things that I think are fun. Go to a movie, whatever it is.
Number 15, if you wrote a memoir, what would the title be?
Oh, this is hard because I'm a writer, so I want to try to perfect it. Maybe it would be like Soft and Strong. I had a mentor tell me one time that because the strong side was always easier for me, so she was kind of pointing out that, the real goal, the real thing that we want to be is both strong women and soft women, to be able to hold those things at the same time. So maybe that's what I would call it for now.
Okay. Now we're at the slowing it down round.
Oh, slowing it down. Okay, what do we got?
Number 1, share your most embarrassing elementary school memory.
There are many, unfortunately. So the one that for some reason, I still remember at this age, I was in the 2nd grade and we were playing basketball, I guess. And I grabbed a hold of this boy's, like his shirt, the front. So it was like, he had a button up shirt on, and I pulled the front. Well, all the buttons pop off of his shirt. And the teacher like rips me a new one in the middle of the class. And it was a complete accident. And I was humiliated. Then that was the main one, but there are things I wouldn't repeat. Like we had a school talent show. One year I did a Paula Abdul song with some friends that we lip synced to and danced to, and it was not good. And then there was another year that I dressed up like Alan Jackson and sang, oh shoot, what is this song? Don't Rock the Jukebox. That was it. So I sang that song and had like a cowboy hat and drew a mustache on and the whole thing because back in the day in the middle of country Kentucky, you don't really have to have any talent to be in the show. So I had 3.
Number 2, tell us about an interesting family tradition.
Oh, here's an interesting thing we like to do, and you can back me up, Francesca. When we go eat at restaurants, we like to take some kind of game, and it's usually either we play Heads Up on my phone or we play Apples to Apples, and we do that. We start it after we put in our orders so that we have something to do while we wait for our food. How do we like that tradition, Francesca?
I think it's really fun. It makes the process of them making all of our food go really faster.
Yeah, that's true. And even when they take extra long, it's like nobody's too irritated because we're enjoying our game playing.
Okay. Number 3, what are 3 things on your bucket list?
Shoot. I would like to ride in a hot air balloon. I like trying lots of new things. So they don't all have to be big things, but I just like trying new things. So that's one of them. We have been to Europe, me and your daddy, but I would like to go back there. I would like to ride on a Vespa because it feels like a really classy, cool motorcycle-ish situation. What's another one? I would like to write a book. I think every writer of any kind has like this secret dream that they would like to write a book. I was just telling Daddy this morning that I have had this, like, I don't even consider it a dream, but just something that might be really cool to own my own bookstore, but one that's like used books. So anybody can afford to come there and just find something they love. And I think it would be, we'd have it really cozy and you could bring drinks and just have these really cool places to sit and maybe some like cool jazz music in the background and cozy lighting and, just everything you'd want to go to if you're a book lover.
That reminds me of the little, like, if you're walking down your sidewalk and there's those little, like...
They're like free little libraries or something like that.
That's what it reminds me of. Okay.
Yes.
Number 4, if you weren't in marketing, what would you do?
I was going to say author, but I feel like I've already given that one away. If I couldn't do either one of those things, write books or be in marketing, I've always thought it would be fun to be a professor at a college. I really loved my college experience, and I would go back there in a heartbeat and teach some of this stuff. What else would I do? The things that I thought about wanting to do as a kid was like a fashion designer, which is hysterical now because fashion's not really my thing. A lawyer because I was really good at arguing. And an actress. Don't we all kind of want to be an actress? And I did like doing, plays and musicals and different things when I was younger.
Number 5, what little thing recharges you?
I love spending time with my friends. I have 2 really good girlfriends that I go to church with here. And every time, even if I'm going in like completely exhausted or not even really wanting to do it because, some days you don't want to go anywhere, spending time with them always recharges me and we get tons of laughter out of it. I'm like a true extrovert. But I also like going on walks. We live in a wonderful place where, it's very walkable here in Salt Lake. And I also like journaling. That is because sometimes I get in my head and it's like, if I can just write things down, everything starts to feel more doable and less overwhelming. And it's just really, it's like grounding for me.
Number 6, what Bible verse has helped you through a hard time?
Oh, shoot, I'm going to have to paraphrase this. Okay, so when I had thyroid cancer a few years ago, one of the verses that I wrote out and taped different places was, I think it's Isaiah 26:3, where it's talking about you keep in perfect peace those who trust in you, those who fix their eyes on you. That's the gist. I just really needed that because my thoughts could run away with me so quickly. And that was kind of it would bring me back to, it's okay. I can trust you with whatever is happening. And that verse is still helpful now when it's smaller things like business things or client things or things going on with you all or whatever it is. I can always come back to that verse and find a lot of comfort in it.
We are now on the last round, which is Would You Rather round.
Oh, these get crazy.
Okay. Would you rather drive a vintage bus or pilot a hot air balloon?
I think I would rather do the vintage bus. Obviously, I've neither done either one, but hot air balloon thing, you kind of do it once and it's over with. But what about if you had this vintage bus and it's all cool and you can drive it around and stop at different places and meet different people and it's like a whole, cross country or halfway across the country adventure. That sounds really fun.
Okay.
And I like road trips. You can be extra and bring things that you really love, like pillows, your own pillow.
Number 2, would you rather always have to sing instead of speak or always have to dance instead of walk?
Dance instead of walk. Oh my gosh. I think I would get sick of my own voice singing after a while. I would feel like I'm on the set of some kind of bad musical. It's okay.
Okay. Would you rather swap lives with a famous movie character for a day or with an Olympic athlete for a week?
Olympic athlete, 100%. Because, movie actors and actresses, they look really glamorous, but I don't think their lives are really great other than having a lot of money. Now, an Olympic athlete, they are disciplined. They train so hard. I so admire what they do, how they have to live to be able to do what they do to operate at that level. And it would be cool to just go with them for a week. Could I survive trading places with an Olympic athlete for a week?
Maybe.
It's very unlikely, but I die having a good time, right?
Mm-hmm. What athlete would it be, though?
Oh, man. Okay, I'm thinking about the events that I like to watch at the Olympics, which is like gymnastics, track and field kind of thing. We do watch some of the swimming, and it would be a female. So who's that? It's probably going to be, this is funny, like a cross-country athlete of some kind, like a Gabby Douglas or somebody like that, a runner, a short-distance runner. Running is not really my thing, but still, that's probably what I would pick.
Number 4, would you rather never use social media again or never watch another movie or TV show?
Social media, 100%. So other than for business, on the personal side, I seldom post on social media. I get on social media, like I get on Facebook because I'm in a lot of groups, and I can say this because, I was born in 82. So I remember the world before internet, way before social media. And it's brought so many great things, but I think there's also been a lot of downsides to it. So, but I love TV and movies, and they're just incredible to me. And they can sometimes you can learn something by watching a show or a movie that it would be harder to describe any other way. So I do love TV and movies. I would 100% pick that.
Okay. Number 5, would you rather have a pet dragon the size of a cat or a pet hamster that's the size of a horse?
I would pick pet dragon the size of a cat, because at least that's very interesting. And maybe because I've also been reading, I read all the Fourth Wing books again this year and the new one. So I'm having good feelings about dragons right now. And it would be smaller, so cute. It would be kind of cute. But a hamster, I don't have good vibes about hamsters. Let's not.
Number 6, would you rather time travel to your past self for advice or to your future self to learn one secret?
I would go future self. Not to say that I've done everything in my past correctly and there isn't things that I wouldn't change, but I'm not a person who lives in the past. I focus more on the future Like if you're looking at, do you think about the past? Do you think about the present? Or do you think about the future? I'm usually in the future, even though I'm trying to be more present. So I think I would go to the future, not necessarily for a secret, maybe just to talk to my older self, my 60-year-old or 70-year-old self, and say, what would you have me do now? Knowing all the things you do, having so much more wisdom than I have now as a 40-something, what would you tell me? Like, what would you advise me? That's what I would ask.
Okay. Number 7. Would you rather speak every language perfectly or be able to talk to animals?
This one's going to be a weird answer. I think I would speak every language perfectly. I do enjoy languages. So I took quite a bit of French in high school and college. I can still speak some of it, enough that I could get by when we were in France. Animals, we have just entered the animal game. We haven't quite had our kitties for a year now. Although sometimes I am like, why are you meowing at me? I still, I love languages. I would love to be able to speak the language wherever I traveled. I'd even like to know sign language. It's just fascinating to me. And when I meet someone who doesn't speak my language, I really would like to be able to communicate with them. I feel like it's really important to be, communication is very important. So I would like to speak every language. That would be so cool.
Okay. Number 8. Would you rather live in a treehouse or in an underwater bubble home?
Treehouse. Underwater bubble home? That doesn't sound super fun to me. But a treehouse, however, could be really cool. I mean, there are tree houses out there. I think that would be really cool to live in. And you just have you'd have a whole different perspective up there.
Number 9, would you rather have to whisper everything you say or shout everything you say?
Oddly, I'm going to choose whisper, even though I'm a pretty loud talker, because if I had to shout everything I say, I think I would give my own self a headache. So I think I would be better off whispering.
Last question. Would you rather have super speed or super strength?
I say super strength. I think as it is, we're all always in a hurry trying to get from one place to the next or to do more or to be more. It feels like we're already too fast. We're moving at too fast of a pace. So I would choose super strength. Do I know what I would do with that super strength? Not a bit, not one bit, but that's the one I would pick. All right, so that's the end of our questions. As you listen to these, just know, you probably recognize that you and your company are just as wacky and weird as I am in your own way. And that should be a part of your marketing. Maybe you're not out there saying this is the superpower that I would pick, but it does need to have your personality. If you're quirky or if you're more serious or you're soft-spoken and kind, whatever that is, that can be infused into your marketing. Let's figure out how to do that together. Go to BeWeirdMarketing.com/workwithus. Thank you to my special guest, Francesca. It was a pleasure to have you be my first guest.
You're welcome.
And next week, what I'm going to be doing is kind of a continuation of this. Let's pull back the curtain and a little bit getting to know each other. So I'm going to be sharing my story of how I quit my day job and how BeWeird Marketing came to be many, many years ago. I look forward to telling you all about it. Chat with you next week.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to today's show. For all things podcast, including transcripts, extra resources, and a place to submit questions for the show, visit higherpurposemarketingstrategy.com. I'd also love for you to do me 2 quick favors. 1, leave a review on Apple Podcasts, and 2, share this episode with your colleagues. And that's a wrap. Meet you back here next week.